Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 2. And today we are going to start unit 1. That is a beautiful lesson with title Hazrat Asma R.A. Today's lecture 1 under the title of grammar, we will learn about singular naming words and we'll cover page number 10 of your book. In your previous class, English for grade 1, unit 1, lecture number 1, I have taught you about naming words. I hope you remember that we learnt about naming words. Everything around us has a name. Everything has a name, and that is called a naming word or a noun, and this naming word may refer to a person, place, or thing. Do you remember all these things? So today we learn further, and today's SLO is to recognize and match common singular naming words from immediate environment. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 31, He, Allah, taught Adam alayhi salam all the names of everything. Then He, Allah, showed them to the angels and said, Tell me the names of these if you are truthful. Yes, my dear children, you see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala named everything, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught these names to Adam alayhi salam. And names are such a vast concept that we are still learning it, and today we'll learn further about names. So what we are going to learn, naming words refer to a person, place, or thing. If this naming word refers to one person or one place or one thing, naming word for one person, that is man, for one place, that is masjid, for one thing, that is book. Now this naming word man is referring to one person. This naming word masjid, this is common naming word for a place. It is referring to one place. Masjid means one place. Book, this is a common naming word for one thing. So when these naming words, like naming word is referring to one person or one place or one thing, it is called singular naming word. What is it called? It is called singular naming word, because this naming word, this singular naming word is representing one person at a time or one place or one thing. That's why we call it singular naming word. Are you clear with the concept? Singular naming word represents or refers one person or one place or one thing. Right? Now let's see what does your book say about it. Open your book on page number 10. Its title is Grammar, and it's written here, singular naming words. A singular naming word names one person, place, or thing. One person, place, or thing means one person or one place or one thing, that is singular naming word. Its examples are boy. Now boy, we know it's a common naming word for a person. So it is common singular naming word because it is referring to one person, and this naming word is common naming word. Likewise, pineapple. Pineapple is a fruit. So pineapple is a common singular naming word for a thing. Hospital. Hospital is a common singular naming word for a place. And sofa. Sofa is again a common singular naming word for a thing. Right? Are you clear with the concept? A naming word which is referring to one person, place, or a thing, and it is a common naming word. That's why it is called common singular naming word. Let's practice it at page number 10 of your book. There is an exercise what you are supposed to do. Look at the pictures and underline these singular naming words in the given sentences. Sentences have been given to you. You have to read the sentence and find out the singular common naming word and underline that word. You may look at the pictures for your assistance. This will help you. So pause the video, enjoy this activity. Here again, teachers kindly supervise these students and facilitate them, guide them to reach to answer. Don't tell them the answer, rather instruct them, help them and facilitate them so that they can understand the concept practically. Now pause the video and enjoy the activity. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Good job. Here again, I have an announcement for my fellow teachers. Along with this video lecture, in description box, the links have been given for PowerPoint presentation, for lesson plan, for worksheet. You may click it, download it, print it, and follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. Yes, my dear students, it's time for homework. What you are supposed to do? Identify naming words from your lesson. Like lesson 1, you will identify naming words and write them in your notebook 1. And there is another homework which I am assigning to you. Write 10 common singular naming words. Okay, common singular naming words, 10 you have to write in your notebook. And there is a project as well. What you are supposed to do? Find or collect pictures of different categories. And what that categories are: person, place, or thing. So you will take a chart, make 3 columns the way I did. One is for person, other is for place, and the other is for thing. So you will paste the person in person column, place in place column, and thing in thing column, and then display your work in your class. Here is additional work. This is worksheet. This worksheet is also available in description box. The links are given for PowerPoint presentation, for lesson plan, and for this worksheet. You may click it, you may download, take a print, and kindly provide these printed worksheets to students for practice. And what you are supposed to do, my dear students, you will color these singular naming words. First you will identify, then you will color the singular naming words and write their names. Right? I hope you will enjoy this. So what we have learned today? We learned the concept of common singular naming words. Then we learned how to recognize the number of singular naming words. And then we practiced to recognize and match common singular naming words. So that's it for today. And we achieved our today's SLO, that is to recognize and match common singular naming words from our immediate environment. Have we done it? Did we achieve the SLO? Yes, that's good. So tomorrow I will come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, take care, thank you, and Allah Hafiz.